Today we're going to be setting up a nice testing environment for me to use so I can try the latest firmware, try the latest devices, and not affect my production local network here at my house. I don't want my parents to be unhappy, so we're going to experiment with this device, and if it goes offline, if it crashes, that's not a big deal. I purchased this UniFi Cloud Gateway Max a few years back, and I have used it a total of 0 times. I set it up initially, it's been adopted to my UniFi account, but I've not done a single thing with that device. Today, that is going to change. The nice thing about this device is it does have the SSD slot, and there is a 512 gigabyte SSD, I believe, or 128 that is in this device. So I can also try UniFi Protect devices without adopting them to my main NVR here again at the house. This is going to make my life a lot easier for making YouTube videos because I can show information on here and it's not going to reflect the firewall rules or other policies that I have locally here at my house. This is going to be a great step. I don't know why I haven't done this sooner. So let's go downstairs. Let's go to the main rack and set this device up right now. All right, so we're down here at the server room. I'm going to install the UniFi Cloud Gateway Max. We're going to put this up here above my switch that switches the internet connection for the building. I have a cable here, and this is going to be connected to the public internet. So the nice thing is we won't have to do any double NATing because the ISP actually does allow us to use multiple public IP addresses, which is very nice of them. I don't know if they realize that they're doing this, but it has been configured this way on their end, so I'm able to take advantage of multiple IP addresses and utilize separate routers for different scenarios like this. So I'm behind the rack now, connecting the power supply. This is nice because the UniFi Cloud Gateway Max is just USB-C, although it does come with a power adapter, so I'm using the one that it came with. So we've got that plugged in. We will be powering this from the PDU Pro. So the UniFi power distribution device is going to be powering this. We'll label the outlet, that way we can keep track of power usage and stuff like that as well. And this is what the finished product will look like. It's just, all it has for now is an internet connection, but I will be connecting this to a separate switch. I'll use the 2.5 gig PoE switch, the new one, and I will connect it to that. That way I do have a network device I can test with, and it will also have PoE on it, so I can also test UniFi Protect cameras directly on this as well. But this is really nice because not only can I use this from the travel router, I can have the travel router VPN into this separately from the house. I can also experiment with a zone-based firewall and all that kind of stuff on this device instead of messing up the configuration on the UDM Pro. Okay, so we're back at the desk, obviously, and we do have activity on this port. We are seeing just a few megabits per second, which is expected. I can't show the logs because it shows some info that I can't show you guys, but the last time this device was booted was August 1st, 2025, so it wasn't as long as I thought it was, but it has been updated August 1st, so I'm curious to see if we go into our device what kind of firmware is available. And we are on the release candidate, but we are on 4.3.9 for the UniFi OS, 9.3.4.5 on the network application, 6.0.5.3. So we are considerably behind. But one thing I do want to talk about is how I am able to get this connection with multiple routers to work here at my house. Now, I'm not going to talk about the internet side of things because I'm going to leave that for a different video. But what I do want to show you guys is how from my Mac, I'm actually able to connect to this, the LAN of the UniFi Cloud Gateway that is on a completely different UniFi network than my UDM Pro. So what I'm doing is I actually, on my main UniFi controller for my house, I've gone into the networks and I've created a new network that is a third-party gateway. I've given it the ID of 144. The ID doesn't matter, but I've basically given it a new name and a VLAN ID, and I click to create, and then I set the port profile for the switch that I've connected that to into my network to match that VLAN ID. So basically the LAN from this cloud gateway is actually going into the LAN of my switch, but it is using VLANs to actually change that around a little bit in the fact that I can now, from my Mac, connect to VLAN 144, and that is going to be the LAN of the UniFi Cloud Gateway Max. This is something I have not seen many people do, but technically there's nothing against doing this. It's not illegal, it's not a bad networking practice from what I understand, but what it does allow you to do is use multiple routers on the same network. Going back over here, I do only have one network set up on my device, but I am going to set up some other networks for other VLANs. That way I can have multiple Macs on VLANs or something and test the connectivity between the two. Again, I do want to try the zone-based firewall, and that is, again, a topic for a future video. But until then, I hope this video was somewhat interesting. I hope you guys can see why I'm setting this up. It is really hard to show the UniFi controller as it shows a lot of information. Even here on the dashboard, you can see the public IP, you can see the ISP, all that kind of stuff is a pain. So Until they create some kind of filming mode that masks that information, I will have to use a separate controller. The next step, we are going to upgrade to UniFi OS version 5, and I think we'll leave it at that for tonight. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you found some value out of this, and I will see you all in the next video.